Hey, I'm Olivia. I was blind until 2016, and we're coming on an adventure today. We're at Halloween Horror Nights Orlando. After what has been one of the hardest years of my life, I didn't think I would get here this year, but I did. Thank you to everyone that made that possible. And also thank you to my Patreon subscribers as well. We will put your names right here. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. All right, let's go. Normally I go that way, but this year I heard that the Terrifier maze has a really long wait, even if you have Express Pass, which I have, which by the way, do not try to do this event without Express Pass, just don't do it. So we're gonna go to Terrifier and get that out of the way. Chainsaws always get a really good reaction with everybody except for me, because I have literally no scare reflex because I've been through thousands of these. You might say, how did I write about these when I was blind? Because I did do that. For a while I was one of the top writers on the Eastern Seaboard for haunted attractions. How I wrote about it is I wrote about what I perceived. It's just I was perceiving it differently from you guys. And somehow it resonated with people. I really enjoyed it. Halloween has always been my favorite thing because it is very much constrained to an area and a path, and that actually is beneficial for me when I had vision difficulties, and my vision is still not perfect. Funny enough, I think it's less scary now that I can see, but we'll see what's up. Where's Terrifier at? An important thing to note here is that on the East Coast you cannot record in the houses, so I won't be doing that. I will be going through this and I will be talking about this. I've seen the first Terrifier, I haven't seen the second or third one. I actually enjoyed it, even though I know it is not for everyone. Let's see how this one airs. So there's a sign up saying that you may get wet. I heard the first night that this house was in operation, it flooded because there's water effects. I'm gonna have to put you away for more than one reason. Like I said, no photography is allowed, but also, you're not waterproof. That's one problem with my camera. You sneeze on it, and it busts a butt cheek. Okay, so Grave of Flesh. This did something that I haven't seen for a long time. They made me take my sunglasses off of the top of my head because I had to look up. A lot of times what events will do is they will go cheap on the upward design. And I know there's fire code issues and reasons that they can't always seal the pathways in. They did whereas there's a tombstone and it looks like you're inside a grave and you're looking up out of it, they used that effect in here to great effect, and they just extrapolated. But I saw that for the first time, I think, in Busch Gardens around 2009 or 10-ish era. That one was a very strong house. Like, I don't think the ending for me was as strong, but again, no two experiences are alike. You can be off as far as when the actors come out and when they don't. So I might have had nobody come out at the end there, but they could have come out for somebody else if they were on a different timing than me. So far, Terrifier and Grave of Flesh are a thumbs up for me. Way above anything that was done out in Hollywood, because I did Hollywood last week. I mean, and that's pretty normal. You know, if you're one of those people that are like, oh, I've done the Hollywood one, I don't need to do Orlando, stop right now. You're wrong. If there is one Halloween Horror Nights that you're going to do, if you're a fan like me, it's going to be Orlando. So the next one we're going to do is Five Nights at Freddy's. It is one of the more popular houses. It is also one of the houses that I'm hearing is not the best on both coasts. So I wasn't impressed with the one on the West Coast, I have to admit, but I'm also not a fan of the franchise. I don't dislike it, I just have not really, I saw the movie and I was like, oh, that's cool. The animatronics were fabulous on the West Coast, so I'm going to go in and see what they got going on. I just did Five Nights at Freddy's. It had a really long wait for Express. So again, that one and Terrifier, everything in that area, if you're doing this event, you're going to go as soon as possible, even if you have Express. It was definitely way better than the one at Hollywood, but I can't say that it was the most fabulous house I've been through. I feel like animatronic-wise, it was top-notch and way beyond what I would normally see in a house down here. I mean, it kind of reminded me of the articulation that they did a few years ago in Beetlejuice. Again, like, I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise. I think it's cool. And like, that's kind of my reaction to the house too. I was like, oh, that's cool. But was it worth like almost an hour wait in Express? No. We are on the way to do the WWE house. Okay, just finished the Wyatt Six house, and I can't say that I'm familiar with the story, but I thought the design was really good. I thought that there were a lot of facades interior to the house that were super cool. I feel like Terrifier and Grave of Flesh had the best sound design so far. Obviously, Five Nights at Freddy's, best animatronics. Wyatt Six house had really the best lighting. I really enjoyed the lighting. In fact, some of it was so disorienting that I bumped into the person in front of me pretty hard. So I'm noticing the quality of the event is much higher than it was last year. I feel like I might actually order something from this one because they have a coffee. I'm of the feeling that all alcohol should be hot. I'm not a drinker. I am exhausted from all the walking. So I did wait in the line, which was about 15 minutes, to get the flaming hot elote, the Crystal Lake coffee, which is like, I think it's got alcohol in it. This was like, I want to say $28. Let's see if it's worth it. I think it's like marshmallow topping. It's good, but it has a weird smell. But it tastes really good, so okay, we got that going for us. And I'll try the elote. It's good. If you like Flamin' Hot Cheetos, which I do. So I'm gonna eat this and then we'll go back to whatever we're doing. Okay, so anybody who's been watching me for any length of time knows that I don't drink. Now I know why that was so expensive. There was a lot of alcohol in that. I cannot hold liquor at all, and I don't know if I can move. So I'm gonna just like stand here for a little bit and get my bearings. That was probably the scariest house of the night. Like, the dude behind me was losing his mind. I was walking through like, it's a spring day, but I've had so much in my life that I just have no scare reflex anymore. I need to see El Artista next, so let's check that out. Last year, I was very underwhelmed with a lot of stuff, and it was like which house was actually good, and this year it's hard to pick a favorite. I mean, Terrifier was great. The grave fleshy thingy one that I can't remember the name because of that coffee I just had. El Artista was a freaking masterpiece. I mean, again, they built upward. They built in a three-dimensional way that a lot of times they don't have to do. They did not have to do that, but yet they did it. It was great. It was, you know, a Spanish artist, Insanity, and it was a simple story, but the scares were set up really well. They had some really good distraction scares. They had some really good, I mean, the architecture in there, the set design. I don't even know what my favorite one is going to be at this point. I think El Artista might be my favorite, but I have another house to do. It is a house about dolls, so we're gonna go and see that. Let's go through the scare zone. I feel like they pulled them out because of the rain, which is weird because it's not raining that much, so we'll come back here a little later. Gotta say, even though the actors aren't out right now because we got a drizzle going on, I'm kind of liking this. They definitely improved the event from last year. Is it 2008 levels? No. Is it pre-pandemic levels? No. Is it really good? Yeah. Now I gotta find my last house. I think we've seen almost everything. I feel like maybe I'll do RIP next year. I've done RIP before, but I like the ability to roam kind of free. Because there's so many houses, you don't get a lot of time after the tour is over to just like do whatever you want. In California, there's actually a lot less houses, or enough less, that you can actually do whatever you want after the RIP tour is over. That's why I don't really do the RIP down here, and also it's crazy expensive. I think it's like $400 or $500 a head. Yeah, I have a big thumbs up for this year, whereas last year I was kind of standing outside trying to sum up the event like what the hell just happened. This one felt like a cohesive event. In one of the worst years of my life, and where I'm fighting depression, I almost didn't come this year. I almost just ate the money, and I'm glad I went. I mean, coming down here is always a reminder of no matter how hard life gets, that I can achieve something, because this is my thing. This year, achieving seems very hard. At Halloween Horror Nights, I definitely noticed the design. The thing I noticed the most is the pathing. You could see a few rooms ahead or behind, and I really like that level of three-dimensional thought when things are being designed. It's not just like 1, 2, 3, 4. In Hollywood, you're going to find more of that just because of the scale and the size of the park. So to my California friends watching this, if you think, you like this stuff and you think that Hollywood is the only thing out there, you're absolutely wrong. Everyone should come here at least once to experience what they have. As much as I loved Terrifier and I loved the, a flesh grave thing, I keep blanking on that name. I love so much about it. I do feel like El Artista was the best one. And did I say that the Dolls Play Dead was actually good? It's 1 a.m, you guys. Yeah, everything was solid. Everything was solid. I'm not somebody, I used to review things, and I'm not somebody that does that anymore, because somebody that lives here can do that too. I just love original ideas. I just love original ideas. That's just me. But, again, I do think the Terrifier maze here, it was the best Terrifier maze I've seen, and I've seen the one in Hollywood as well. And I'm talking a lot, so I'm going to stop talking. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. If you want to see more of this, my Patreon is below. Do all the things. Look in the caption and do all the things that connect with me. I really appreciate your support, especially this year. Like I said, it's been a rough year. I'm still here because of some of you guys. Good night and happy Halloween.